This is the most meta build on NBA 2K26. Not only is it 6'8", the best build height in the entire game, but this one build can get insane contact dunks, get greens from half court so your defender has no idea what to guard, break ankles and absolutely sauce defenders with the best dribble moves in the game, and of course play lockdown defense so you'll never have to rely on a lockdown defender. And the best part, you can make this build whether you have 0 cap breakers, 10 cap breakers, or even 20 cap breakers. That's right, I got 3 versions for y'all today, and I'm also gonna give you the best jump shot, the best dribble moves, the best dunk animations, everything you need to know to dominate the day you make this build. So subscribe with notifications on, ya beta. Alright y'all, now for the 0 cap breaker version of the build. 3 weeks ago, I started a brand new YouTube channel in a niche I'd never done before. In my very first video with 0 subscribers, got 2,000 views in a day. My next 3 videos got 10,000 views each, and the channel ended up getting monetized in less than 3 weeks. Did I just get lucky? No, I just followed the proven YouTube growth system. The same exact system that has generated me $72,000 in the past 5 months off of YouTube ad revenue alone, and helped thousands of my students reach full-time creator status in the past month, with some of them even reaching insanely high revenue months. Listen y'all, most creators fail not because they don't have what it takes, but because they upload without a system. They guess on their titles, they guess on their thumbnails, they even guess what videos to make. So I built the proven YouTube growth system so you no longer have to guess. It is a step-by-step breakdown on how I grow channels in any niche and execute content that actually gets pushed. And this has already worked for my students who last month had no followers and no idea how to edit. Whether you're a complete beginner or a content veteran who's just stuck and has no idea what to do next, this system will help you reach your dreams. You said you were gonna lock in this year, so stop delaying your future. Click the link in the description and go see exactly what I'm talking about. You can go right or left-handed, it doesn't matter, it's personal preference. The build position is gonna be a shooting guard. Your height, of course, is gonna be 6'8". Your weight is gonna be lowest weight, which is 185 pounds. And your wingspan is gonna be a 6'8" wingspan, so you can have a high mid-range, which is gonna give you all of the shooting badges. And speaking of, the first thing we're gonna upgrade is our mid-range to a 93 overall rating. You're gonna be very surprised at how many ratings are super high, even with 0 cap breakers on this build. After that, we're gonna make our 3-point rating an 83 for bronze the most range, and then we're gonna go over to playmaking and max out our ball handle at an 85, not an 86, because 85 is what gets all the best dribble moves in the game for 6'8" builds. And then actually max out our speed with ball at an 80 speed with ball, so we're dribbling as fast as possible when we have the ball in our hands. And then to finish off playmaking, we're gonna go a 70 pass accuracy. You'll see why at the end. For our defense, we are not a defensive liability over here, okay? Don't worry, we got some defense. Our perimeter defense is gonna be an 85 overall rating. Our steal is gonna be a 73 for silver interceptor. Our block rating is gonna be a 78, because if y'all don't know, your contest isn't actually determined by your perimeter defense. Well, actually, yes, your physical contest of just like holding up right stick is by your perimeter defense, but the second you jump, your contest is determined strictly by your block rating, no longer by your perimeter defense. So it's actually super important to have your block rating even if you have 0 cap breaker. And then to finish off interior defense, we're gonna go a 60 overall rating for bronze paint patroller. And for some reason, 60 interior defense is like the best budget stat in the entire game. People drive on me in the paint all the time and they always get stopped by my 60 interior defense. It makes no sense. It's probably got something to do with how inconsistent the dunk meter is this year. Drop a like in the video if you agree with that. Now for our rebounding, we're gonna go a 60 defensive rebound for bronze rebound chaser, and we're also gonna go a 69 offensive rebound to max it out. Just makes our offensive rebound animations way better whenever we have the box out. You're 6'8", so if you play 2s or 3s, you could actually get a lot of rebound. For our finishing, we're gonna go a massive 89 driving dunk, unlocking contact dunks on this build, specifically pro contact dunks. Our close shot is a 78 for silver float game, and we're gonna leave finishing exactly how it is from then on. Then to finish off this 0 cap breaker version of the build, we're gonna go to our speed and make it an 86. We're gonna make our agility an 83 so we can get Jalen Suggs motion style, one of the best motion styles in the game. It makes your player way faster than he normally would be. It is an offensive motion style, I will say. For defense, you're gonna go Alex Caruso if you're a defensive minded player. But I'm not gonna lie, being a defensive minded player on NBA 2K26, I will pray for you, brother. That sounds like absolute pain. Our strength, we're gonna keep at a 50, and our other cap breaker version builds, this will be way higher, but at 0 cap breakers, we just cannot afford it. And our vertical is going to be an 80 overall rating. So once you do start earning cap breakers, you can do something that I'll mention in a second. But then to finish off this build, we're just going to max out our free throw at a 72. And there we go. We have a 99 overall 0 cap breaker build. Now, even though this build was made because you had 0 cap breakers, you can actually do a lot with your cap breakers once you get them. For example, you could go from an 89 driving dunk to a 93 driving dunk to get gold posterizer and more contact dunk animations. You could also go from a 93 mid-range to a 96 mid-range to get all of your shooting badges on Hall of Fame, meaning you don't have to use your max plus 2s anymore. You could only use your max plus 1 to get them all to legend. You could go from an 85 perimeter defense to a 90 perimeter defense, giving you gold pick dodger and just improving your contests. And finally, I'm pretty sure you can also get to a 93 point rating. I'm pretty sure these aren't plus 1, but if they are plus 1, just scratch that. I just want to throw that in there just in case. But if they are just plus 1s, then you can put the rest on your pass accuracy to further increase your pass accuracy, which, by the way, we made a 70 pass accuracy so we could get more rebounding instead of going a 71 pass accuracy for no reason. And if you make this build correctly, you will get shades of Rolando, Blackman, John Starks, and Eddie Jones, and you'll get the build name two-way mid-range slasher, which of course you could change to one of your specialist names. I go shooting specialization on this build. And the crazy thing is, even with 0 cap breakers, you get automatic from mid-range, a poster waiting to happen, a transition nightmare, and tough to get by on the perimeter as your strengths. And for your weaknesses, you get no weaknesses to report. A 0 cap breaker build with no weaknesses is unheard of. But hey, that's why you subscribe to this channel. Okay, Grinding, that 0 cap breaker version build was cool and all, but I have 10 plus cap breakers. What should I do? Well, you're gonna keep everything exactly the same for position, height, weight, and wingspan. They're gonna be 6'8", 185 pound shooting guard, 6'8" wingspan. But this time for your shooting, your mid-range is gonna be a 93. You're gonna use 3 cap breakers to get it to a 96. But your 3-point rating, instead of being an 83, is actually gonna be a 90 for deep range takeover. After that, your playmaking is gonna look a lot different. Instead of maxing out your ball handle and your speed with ball, you're actually gonna go a 66 ball handle and a 60 speed with ball. The reason for this is because you're gonna use 10 cap breakers here to max these out. Don't worry, your ball handle will go from a 66 to an 85, and your speed with ball will go from a 60 to an 80. And if you have exactly 10 cap breakers, you're gonna put all 10 here, and you're just not gonna put any cap breakers on your mid-range because you don't need to. A 93 mid-range is perfectly fine. For your pass accuracy, once again, you're gonna go a 70 pass accuracy. Again, if y'all have a problem with the pass accuracy or anything on these builds, feel free to change it according to your specific cap breaker amount and what you're looking for. Your defensive ratings are gonna be exactly the same, which means you're gonna go an 85 perimeter defense, then you're gonna go a 73 steal for silver interceptor, and then you're gonna go a 78 block, because if y'all don't know, and if you skip to this point in the video, your block rating determines your contest whenever you jump. So whenever you just put your right stick up, that's your perimeter defense, but whenever you jump, that is completely determined by your block rating. So if you want to have a good contest when you jump, you need to have your block rating up, which is why we have it at a 78. Then after that, the best budget rating in the entire game, 60 interior defense to get bronze paint patrol. You'll be able to stop everybody in the paint, mainly due to the terrible dunk meter logic in this game. For your rebounding, it's actually going to look a little different. Your rebounding, you're going to go defensive rebound 70 for silver box out beast, and your offensive rebound a 60, just so you keep the good animations whenever you're on offense. Again, you're 6'8", on 2s and 3s, you're going to get a ton of rebound. For your finishing, you're actually going to go a massive 93 rating driving dunk instead of an 89, meaning once we do our physicals, you're going to automatically have gold posterizer and have access to way more contact dunk animations than you would for the 0 cap breaker version build. You have a 78 close shot for silver float game, and then a 53 standing dunk and a 31 post control. We're just going to keep those exactly the same. Then finally, our physicals look a lot different as well. Our speed is going to be a massive 87 rating, and our agility, instead of being an 83 just to get Jalen Suggs, is actually going to be an 86. We're still putting on Jalen Suggs motion style because it's one of the best motion styles in the game, but with an 86 agility, you'll be a lot faster on defense, so this helps out a lot. And then finally, to finish off the build, our vertical is going to be an 80, so we get gold posterizer, as well as gold pogo stick and access to all the contact dunks that we want. And there we have a 99 overall 10 plus cap breaker version build. If you have exactly 10 cap breakers, you're going to put it all on ball handling and speed with ball, which I actually think only takes 8 cap breakers if I'm not mistaken. It might take like 8 8 to 10. Someone check for me, timestamp this, and let me know in the comments below so we all know. But yeah, just with 10 cap breakers, you can see just how much better this build is. You have a 90 3-point rating instead of an 83, so you get deep range takeover, which is the most overpowered takeover in the entire game. You get maxed out ball handling and speed with ball with the way lower ratings, which lets you have way better speed and agility. Your driving dunk is up 4 ratings, so you don't have to use any max plus 1s or max plus 2s on it if you don't want to. Gold posterizer, legend posterizer, not really too big of a difference, at least according to 2K Labs. And if you want to change this build at all to get more strength, or if you just wanted more pass accuracy, or whatever you want, it'd be super easy. All you have to do is go your driving dunk down to an 89, or lower your speed to an 86 and your agility back to an 83, and you'll get a ton more ratings to make changes. But if you make this build exactly how I made it here, you'll get shades of Vince Carter, Trace McGrady, and Mikal Bridges, and you'll get the build named 2-way 3-level score. With the strengths, elevates effortlessly in the paint, sticks to middies with no hesitation, hits deep shots defenders hate, and is a transition nightmare. And it's funny, after using our 10 plus cap breakers, we actually have weaknesses now, unlike the 0 cap breaker version build where we had no weaknesses. And the weaknesses are sluggish launching from a triple threat and pressure forces early pickups. That's because we have a low ball handle and a low speed with ball technically in the builder, but our actual build, according to this, will have absolutely 0 weaknesses. Now it's time for my ultimate 18 plus cap breaker version 6'8 build. Height, weight, wingspan all the same. Shooting guard 6'8", 185 pounds, wingspan 6'8". The mid-range this time is actually different than both times. It's gonna be a 91 overall rating because, shocker, we're gonna use 5 cap breakers to get it to a 96. Our 3-point rating, of course, is gonna be a 90 overall rating so we could get deep range takeover. Our ball handle, once again, like the 10 cap breaker version build, is gonna be a 66 ball handle and a 60 speed with ball because we're gonna use 9 cap breakers here, which will max out our ball handle and max out our speed with ball. Our pass accuracy this time is actually gonna be a 71 finally, so we could actually get silver dimer. Our perimeter defense is gonna be an 85. I really wish that perimeter defense was better in this game so we could go even higher, because I definitely could have went higher on this build, but it would be worthless. Same with steal. Our steal is a 73 just to get silver interceptor. Anything more is overkill. Our block is gonna be a 78 overall rating, which, if y'all skipped in this video, is because your contest is determined by your block rating whenever you jump. So whenever you hold up your right stick, that's your perimeter defense, but whenever you jump, it is strictly off of your block rating. So we need to have a high block so we can get high contest. Then, as I've been saying this entire video, the greatest budget value stat in the entire game is 60 interior defense. Bronze paint patroller is all you need to get consistent stops in the paint, mainly because dunk meter is super inconsistent and terrible in this game. Our defensive rebound, we're gonna go a 70 for silver box out beast, and we're also gonna go a 60 offensive rebound so we get the good box out animations on offense as well. Our driving dunk on this build is actually just gonna be a 90 because we're gonna use 3 cap breakers to get it to a 93 for gold posterizer. Then finally, our physicals, we're gonna go in 86 speed, 86 agility because at 83 we get Jalen Suggs, the best offensive motion style in the game, and then 86 just because we want to be faster on defense. Agility affects your lateral quickness on defense, if y'all don't know. And then the major difference from this build than the last 2 builds is that we actually have strength on this build. We're gonna go a 71 strength, which we're gonna use 1 cap breaker on to get to a 73 because 1 cap breaker will give us +2 strength to get a 73 strength, which once we upgrade our ball handle with our cap breakers will give us access to gold strong handle, which we can max +2 for legend strong handle. One of the strongest badges in the game if you know how to use it. People keep trying to use strong handle like last year where you dribble the ball and just run into people and it bulldozes them. That's not how it works this year. I've made videos about this, so as like Lamonsta, I learned this from him. To get legend strong handle to activate every single time, all you have to do is jab step and then run into your defender and it will just bulldoze them down. I'm serious, y'all. I tested this with a 73 overall strength, 6'3" catfish Derrick Rose build, and I was bulldozing 99 strength, 99 perimeter defense, 6'8" lockdown builds on a 6'3" with legend strong handle. It is a super broken badge if you know what you're doing, and trust me, I know what I'm doing with that badge. And then finally, to finish off the build, our vertical is going to be an 80 so we can get gold posterizer once we put our cap breakers on our driving dunk. Then we're going to make our driving layup a 71, and then to finish off the build, we're going to change our free throw from a 66 to, don't say it, bro, 67! Listen, if you said it in the comments or if you even thought of it, you have to subscribe right now. That is the deal. I don't care. I'm so sick of this brain rot. But anyways, if you make this build exactly how I made it, you get shades of Eddie Jones, Trace McGrady, Mikal Bridges, and you get the build name 2-way 3-level score, with our strengths being automatic from mid-range, a poster waiting to happen, hits deep shots defenders hate, always in motion, never out of control, and our weaknesses being weaknesses that don't even apply to us, which is sluggish, launching from a triple threat, and pressure forces early pickups, literally only because we have a 66 ball handle and a 60 speed ball on paper, but those are both going to be maxed out, which means we made 3 builds with 0 weaknesses. Now I have made all 3 of these builds at one point in time. The 0 cap breaker build I made when the game first came out, the 10 cap breaker build I made when I got 10 cap breakers, and this build right here I made now because I have 18 plus cap breakers. Technically I'm going to have 20 once I finish this season, but this is what the build looks like with your cap breakers applied. Like I said, plus 3 on driving dunk, plus 5 on your mid-range, plus 9 on your ball handle and speed with ball, and then plus 2 on your strength. Just to show you the cap breaker screen right here, just so it looks a little easier, this is what it looks like. And now let's cover what you're probably waiting for, the dribble moves I use on all these 6'8" builds. I'm not going to go through every single one. You can just screenshot or pause the video. You can look through and copy them all down. The most notable one is obviously dribble style Zach LaVine. This is how you speed boost really quickly. Also, breakdown combos. I like Jordan Poole because it's easier to combo off of when I ISO. I like to ISO with this build, but if you like to take screens, Devin Booker is going to be your best friend. Another notable animation on the screen is dribble pull up Pro 2, easily the best dribble pull up in the entire game. That's what your fade is made out of. And then, like I said before, motion style Jalen Suggs, best offensive motion style in the game. The best defensive motion style is Alex Caruso, so decide what your play style is and put it on. For the jump shot that I use on all of my 6'8" builds, it is base Matt Ryan, release 1 Baluba, release 2 Charles Bassey, 100% release speed, and the blending is 35% Baluba, 65% Bassey. And for the visual cue, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ticks above push. And if you like to look at your player when you try to green, your visual cue is literally at the peak of your jump shot right before you flick your wrist. That is your green window. Last but not least, the dunk animations I have on. I'm just going to scroll through. You can see the ones that have the purple star on them. Those are the ones you want to put on. These are the signature dunks that I like a lot. I do not have any of the other ones. John Moran is also good, but whenever he does a 360, I got blocked a lot, so I just took it off. So yeah, I'm just going to keep scrolling through. These are the ones that I have on. You could see all of the contact dunk ones, but I'm pretty sure we went through all of them. Just really quick, just scroll through just to make sure you get them all. And that is everything you need to know about all of these builds. Subscribe right now so we can hit 900,000 subscribers and I won't go homeless.